Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. Today is the last day of August. It is August 31st. Tomorrow obviously begins September, and with that we narrow the waiting down to exactly 30 days to the commencement of Indiana's archery season. So with archery coming up so quickly, October 1st being, like I said, just 31 days away, it's about time to start getting into the woods and doing a few things. So we're gonna start bringing you that update here today. I'm actually gonna start putting out my trail cameras. I've waited on this because I wanna know what deer, what bucks I actually most realistically have on the property. But what I mean by that is in the past, my experience, like many of you guys probably, has been I can get pictures of nice deer all throughout the summers, especially if I put out corn piles or if I put out a salt block, a mineral lick. But those aren't necessarily the bucks that I'm gonna have staying on my hunting grounds. Essentially, once those fall ranges kick in and the new feeding patterns emerge and the pecking order has pretty much been hashed out, those aren't necessarily the bucks that I'm gonna be holding on my property with a real legitimate chance to stick an arrow in. It is fun to put out the cameras and see what's even in the area, but for me this year, I've reeled that back. I wanna know what deer I actually have a legitimate chance to arrow this season. So that's what I'm starting out with today. I'm gonna make a couple of mock scrapes and hopefully take an inventory of the bucks that are still actively on the property. It's gonna give me a really good idea of what deer are hanging out in this area, and with that I'll kind of know what's realistic for me this season. So I do have this property, my dad's property, that I'll be focusing most of my efforts on. Hunter actually sold his farm this past spring, so the 50 some acres that he was hunting has left his hands. So he's actually going to be focusing a little bit on some public land hunting and focusing his efforts on trying to get on a public deer, which I'm really excited to see. I know he's already putting in some hours scouting efforts on a couple of different public tracks. But like I said, today I'm on Dad's property, and step one is setting out trail cameras to see what we actually have. We're gonna do whatever it takes to get out here, get these cameras up, start seeing if we got anything to kill. Let's go. It is just such a different feeling seeing that always has been an ag field being CRP this year. It's just totally thick all the way through this 9-10 acres of field. It's even tough for me to get past, and I'm sweating a little bit, but I really like the look of it more that I'm on it. And I'm kind of thinking maybe I shouldn't have walked right through the middle now, because I can definitely see this being deer bedding. And if we continue to leave this in CRP, I don't think that I'll be walking through the middle of it, because I could see if we hide the road edges from passing cars, this might be a buck haven. So it is thick down through here. Well, I wish I would have listened to myself. I was about to the field edge here, getting close to the fence line, and I looked over towards the corner and just kicked up a nice 8 or 9 point buck, probably a 2 or 3 year old. He's got some growing to do, but no sooner was I just thinking in my head, man, this is buck bedding all the way when we jump one up. So I'm gonna try to sneak to that edge, put up a camera, yet he disappeared into the bottom. I'm guessing he'll be one we'll have on camera.
guys, so it is super thick down here where I just got to. We're in the convergence of two trails. We got a fence opening and a fence line here, and there's a trail that comes from that CRP directly towards the bigger chunk of woods. So it's gonna be kind of not great pictures, I'm sure, on the trail camera, but I'm gonna go ahead and put one here. I think we'll get some pictures. Might be blurry of the deer moving through pretty quick, and there's no big opening, but I think this is gonna be a good intersection to get some pictures of deer trying to stay hidden and still traverse this area. So put one more in here and then we'll call it a day. Alright guys, so cameras are in place for the year. Give me a couple of weeks, I'm gonna come out here and get an update on them for you. I definitely think we're gonna have some good deer activity. I kicked up a little tiny buck and that nice buck I was telling you about earlier. So stay tuned, we're gonna get updates from Hunter on the channel soon. Like I said, we're gonna be bringing you when I do the first camera pull here. And a month away from season, guys, so exciting. So get outdoors, get into the woods, guys, do whatever it takes. Happy hunting.